only Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Roy Jones Jr., 91 kilos on the button. He's 180 centimeters tall with a reach of 188. And his opponent, it's Roy Jones Jr. He won world titles. It's Jack Dempsey, one of the legends of all legends. One of the best to ever lace up the gloves, no doubt about it.
Oh, pure bad boy.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Pensacola, Florida, here is a middleweight, a super middleweight, a light heavyweight, and a heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr.
Not too many seats. These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Clean left jab. Got him with a left hook. Beautiful counter shot. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
There's a counter shot. The straight right just misses. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Punch, counter punch. Bombs away. The perfect counter lands. How about that time counter shot? A perfect counter shot. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last one. Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Punch caught him clean. This fighter has been described as a swarmer, that fighter who attempts to overwhelm their opponent by applying constant pressure.
You got a swarm on your case, you know you've got to fight, you got to hold him, you got to tie him up, you got to lean on him when he come in until the referee makes you break up. But keep your hands high, because they will keep punching until that referee said stop.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter shot. Left uppercut doesn't score. Both men step back for just a moment. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. talk about Roy Jones in that last. Let's get it started in round 3. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Missed him with that uppercut. He threw a punch and just got countered. Well done with that counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Catch and shoot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. Disaster averted.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he got...
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. There's the bell for round 4. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put pressure on.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. The straight right just misses. Nice counter. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
That counter shot lands. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
That jab misses. They exchange punches. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Oh, and this is really going to rub him the wrong way. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level, and Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. No, we don't see a knockdown.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way to...
We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Apparently it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's talk about Dempsey in that last round. Is there any... Let's start the 6th. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. And he scores with the counter. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Good counter punch. Nice counter punch. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
That uppercut misses. You'd like to see more jabs. Just misses with that uppercut. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. And there's the bell for round 7. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
The perfect counter lands. When are we going to see a jab from these two? These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
There's a scoring blow. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Catch and shoot. Just missed that jab. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. Oh my word, down goes RJJ. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
I need to see that again.
Talk about Roy Jones and they'll ask. And they're back at it again here in round 8. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right. Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fail yourself.
These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've got in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Tough to be a judge of this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
There's a counter shot. Beautiful counter shot. A very competitive run. Hold that thought! Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. What a dominant performance, and it shows up on the judges' scorecard.